right, welcome to Hicks Racing Podcast. My name is Jessica Hicks.
And I'm Matt Hicks.
And we are a local motocross racing family out of Ulster, PA. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Hicks Racing 123 and on YouTube at Hicks Racing. Our current sponsors are Hicks RV Repair out of Ulster, PA, Woody's Ale House, and Grille out of Towanda, PA. And our newest sponsor is Waxed Racing. So you can go to Waxed Racing, their website, and you can get 20% off your racing gear with our code Hicks Racing 123, all one word, all capitals, at checkout. So go get your Waxed Racing gear, get waxed. Thanks to Tom Selleck for helping us out with that one. You can give us feedback as well. We like to hear about how we're doing and any suggestions for a new episode. You can go to our website, hicksracing.net, or our email, hicksracing123@gmail.com. All right, welcome back to episode 18, Hicks Racing Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody.
It is September 7th, 2022. It's a Wednesday. It's 8:30 at night, so it's a little bit earlier than what we normally record at. But we're both sitting here
but
trying to record this.
We are a day later than usual. It's kind of a compressed week because of Monday being Labor Day, and we didn't leave Area 51 until Monday morning. Rainy, yucky Monday morning.
I like having the extra day, but at the same time, it's like then I'm behind for the next weekend.
Oh yeah, I feel.
Then I'm like, oh fuck, it's not Monday. It's Tuesday. Like then you're all fucked up.
Right. Yep.
So we went to Can-Am, Area 51's Can-Am this past weekend.
Yep.
We got there. We went early. We went Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon.
Yep. Which thank God we did, because the place was packed.
Yeah, it got pretty busy. Good, which is good for them.
Yeah.
Good for Chris. Oh, I think he had 798 or something like that.
Was that what it was? I knew it was over 700. I forget what the exact was.
I think
so. We had a decent amount.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's just entries. That doesn't.
Right. That's not necessarily bikes there, but that's entries.
Right.
So I mean, yeah.
And then you have, each of those people played to enter and then had their family and they came in and hit gate.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just race entries, but then you got to figure the gate fees and the
and then he did charge for pit bike passes. It was like $10 pit bike or something, which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah,
totally. Let's talk about this for a second.
Not to mention, like you go to a qualifier, like a regional Tomahawk. It was $30 or $35 per pit bike.
I think any more than $20 is too much. I think what they should be doing is capping it at an age. Like if we see you on a pit bike after 9 o'clock at night at the age below the age of 18, you're gonna have a problem.
Or even 16.
Or 16. Okay, but here's the issue: is most of the people we see are like 16 or 15 being stupid.
And now you got to watch yourself. We're gonna date ourselves. We're gonna sound like old people, but at the same time, and he did say it. Like he talked about it over during the day. I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, but he's like, the purpose of a pit bike is to get from one pit to the next, or to get from your pits, like the father riding the pit bike up to the line or whatnot. It's not supposed to be a 10-year-old kid doing wheelies throughout the pits all night long.
That's an issue,
and that's what it is. And that's what it is.
Because there was a kid literally going around on a 3-wheeler, like going ridiculously fast, not paying attention to what he was doing with cars going through, and it's like, well, when he gets hit, his parents are going to be pissed at the person that hit him, not the kid who wasn't paying attention.
Right.
That's my issue, which is why I'm saying cap it at an age after a certain time. Like during the day,
even during the day, during the day, 16. I don't know. But
and here's another thing.
I don't want to sound like an old fuddy-duddy.
No, but it's an issue when there's like trucks driving around. Because like I had to drive in and out the one time, and I was terrified because it's already tight in there, and then I was just going super slow because of all the pit bikes not paying attention.
Yeah, a kid come cruising through there in a pit bike and.
Who's 7 years old, and it's like, no.
Right. Yeah.
Like, no, not happening. That's why I told Lucas when he rides his stay stick, like, you need to stay near the camper where I can see you. You have a radio in your helmet so I can talk to you. And you never, ever, ever go on the road. That's it.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's a parenting issue, but then everybody else has to curb it.
and I can understand. So I definitely can understand that these track promoters' frustration with the pit bikes. I mean, what would be wrong with a promoter saying no pit bikes? And I mean,
I'm okay with that.
and actually saying it and meaning it,
Yeah.
because you hear it all the time. No pit bike riding, and then you get there and it's pit bikes everywhere.
Yeah.
So
And I'm okay with it. And we even have a pit bike. I'm still okay with
right,
it.
right, yep.
Like I'll just bring my mountain bike down. That's fine.
But I know we're probably making some kids mad right now because they
Well,
do
that's
love
fine.
their pit bikes. But whatever.
Well,
I mean,
if they're being smart and like,
yeah,
just going around and hanging out with their friends, like, okay, that's fine. I understand.
right.
But
Right.
it's the kid who was like 8 years old riding around,
just cranking through the pits,
right,
riding wheelies.
and like
that's
you're just being dumb, and then
but
causing
again,
safety issues.
that's where a parent needs to be paying attention to what their kid's doing and how their kid's behaving. But
well, good luck. So we're not going to do that.
good
So
luck
it's
with that
easier
anymore.
just for us to create rules so that they can't do that and tell them that they're not allowed to do it. Like,
right.
Yeah,
So
all
right,
anyway.
moving on.
Yeah. So there was a pit bike fee. It was like $10 again. That's not that much.
No.
Cause like you said, we paid 20 or 30 when we were down at Tomahawk one time.
Tomahawk. Yep, 2 years ago.
So we got there later on and paid our fees. I think what time did we get there? Like 4 o'clock on Thursday?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Thursday. Something like that. Yeah, 4:30.
And we actually brought the smoker with us this time. We put the smoker in the back of the camper, and we had like a whole chicken, and we smoked that.
Yep. Delicious.
We didn't use. We normally are. We normally are behind the barn where the hookups are.
Yeah.
And he wanted $200 for the weekend.
Right.
And I'm normally okay with the 90 because at that point at 90, we're below what we would spend on gas for the generator and propane if we need it.
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, well I'm making out then, and then we don't have to use our stuff. But then at 200, I'm not.
And I know I fought you a little bit on it, but you're at 200. That's had it been 120 or 130, that would have been
I would have been okay with that.
For the convenience of it would have been okay. But here's the thing: he doesn't care. There are lots of people that
that's fine.
Right. So good on him. He charge whatever you want.
No, I'm not upset with him at all.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is,
I totally
there
think
are.
He should charge that.
We thought it was too much. The next person had no problem.
Yeah,
I mean, you go Tomahawks advertising for $350 for a race weekend, and that is a Friday through Sunday. That's $350 for a regular race weekend.
That works.
They just like them. They like the convenience. They like the convenience of knowing first off that they're going to pull in, and they're going to have a spot. Second of all, normally, and same with Area 51, that spot, in my opinion, is a really good primo spot, and so aren't the ones at Tomahawk. They're good spots. They're good viewing spots. They're good. They're right near the track, so people pay for the convenience. So hey, we all know you're on the cheap side, so we don't care about the convenience side.
For sure. And I'm like,
but the other thing is where we ended up parking. I mean, was to me, I wasn't quite as good for viewing. You couldn't view the track there, but it sure was.
No, but I never stay in the same spot anyway.
It's quite convenient for lining up. It's right near the pits. I actually like that spot.
No, I'm not upset with him at all for charging $200.
I didn't say
I think no, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, so when that's great, awesome, but like, at our cutoff point, anything over $100 is like, again, if you would have charged under 150, I would have been like, okay, cool, it's an extra, $50. I understand it's one more night, but for us to fill up our generator, and then we're using the smaller one outside,
and like I said, I a lot of it you have to add in some convenience. That's where he's saying 200 because people will pay for it for the convenience.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you were coming, like if you couldn't make it Friday and you were coming Friday night or early Saturday morning, then it might be worth it because then you would know you have a spot.
Yeah.
Like that would be your in because once like Friday afternoon hit, it was like pretty packed there.
It was pretty packed, yeah.
So I think most people did Friday practice, but again, if you couldn't, then you had the spot knowing that you already reserved it.
Right. So anyway.
So we parked like behind the start, and it worked out nice because then at night we didn't have the sun coming in our eyes. This sounds so first world problems when I talk about it. But like we didn't have the sun coming in our eyes and then hitting the TV at night when we were trying to watch TV.
Right. We're trying to watch TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's roughing it. We're roughing it. But yeah, I like the parking area. I thought it was a nice spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with parking there again, but
Yeah.
but at the same time, like getting electric and water is also nice too. On a normal weekend for 90.
Right.
Because I mean,
Right.
for one weekend, it usually takes us like $100 for the generator.
Right.
Ish.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Thursday night we set everything up and fudged
Smoke.
around.
Yeah. Had that chicken smoking while we set up and everything else. And
yeah, did we play cornhole at all?
yeah, we played. I think we played a couple games cornhole. Yeah, Thursday night.
I think we went to bed early.
I don't think it was that early. Yeah,
No?
I mean, yeah, probably 9:30.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, like super early.
Yep.
So Friday was practice, which started at like 10-ish.
10:30, I believe. 10:30 to 3:30.
Okay.
I want to say it was.
Yeah, and then how many did you get your normal amount of sessions?
5 rounds, I believe. 5 rounds. Yeah, but you also, I think it was 35 or 40 for practice.
Oh, was it
compared
more?
Yeah, it was a little more, and we got another extra round. So
okay, I didn't know that.
Yep. I think it was 35, maybe 40. I don't remember.
Okay, not that much.
No.
How was the track for practice?
It's funny because I have this brand new bike that I'm still struggling to get working the way I, to get comfortable on, I guess I should say. The first round of practice, I thought, man, I felt pretty good. And I looked at they doing the lap times thing. I felt pretty good. Came in and everything felt good. I looked at the times, and I was there was only like 10 of us even had transponders on for that practice. And it was a vet practice, and I was fastest in that time, in that period, which I was really surprised about. But then it went downhill from there.
Yeah, that definitely went downhill from like there until Sunday.
Yeah, the track actually developed almost identical to the way it did Saturday. It got really rough and really rutted, and I just could not I could not catch up with. I don't know. Could never catch the right settings or whatever, and I was never comfortable on the bike. I don't think all weekend long. From that point on,
right.
I hooked a rut. I want to say it was the second or third practice out. I had a few tip overs, and then there's that come down the start. When you start, you come down the hill and you make the sweeping right, and then then that real quick left, and there's on the inside there's a little wall type jump, and then you can go to the outside, and then there's a double onto a tabletop thing or something, and I was on the inside, and I caught a rut right there, and the bike come out from under me, and I actually landed pretty hard on my side, and it kind of just
that was in practice?
That was in practice. I think that pretty much set the tone for the whole weekend right there.
Right, that jump did not like do well for you over the weekend, like that whole section.
That wasn't the jump that wasn't the jump I had the big. That wasn't the jump I had the big get off on. The next jump over was no. That's just a little jump that really isn't much of a jump at all.
It's not, but I saw you struggle with it a couple times.
There was a rut. No, I never really struggled that one again. There was a rut that had formed a hook in it in practice, and I caught it, and it didn't work well for me. So, but then, I did I did every practice session. There was not many of us out there for the fifth vet practice session. It was the last session of the day, Friday, but
because of how the track was, or just because?
I think it was the way the track was developing.
And that set the tone for how the track was Saturday.
Saturday that track was just brutal.
No, I'm saying like the track was getting
more. He worked it, but I think it developed the same because he worked it the same, and the weather conditions were the same Friday and Saturday. I think I think there was a lot of bikes, and I think he worked it and tilled it for those track. And I think he wanted a rougher. Here's the thing: all of us riders and racers, we all complain. We want a rough track. We want ruts. We want we want a rough track. We want a hard track. And then when we get it, then we complain the track's too rough.
Right.
So, I mean, I think he tilled it for what he thought the people wanted, and it developed that way. It was rough and hard, square edged. It was.
But on
It was
another
good.
note,
It
I
was.
mean, you could have a track for you that you're like, oh, this track is perfect, and the next person will be
Oh
like,
yeah.
this track
Oh
sucks.
yeah. See,
Like, so no matter what, you're
and
gonna like it doesn't
and
matter.
yeah. I mean, Friday and I mean, I didn't complain at all about Friday. Saturday it was quite.
No,
I don't. I mean, I didn't go to him or anything, but I was quite vocal in our pits that I wasn't happy with the track. But then
no,
as I calmed down throughout the night, I'm like, you know what? Everybody's racing the same track. We all want this track until we get it, and you got to learn to ride that track. I mean,
right.
that's just a fact. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I came to that
So
realization later on Saturday night
yeah,
that's the way it is.
yeah. So you went down a couple times in practice, but nothing too ridiculous.
No, nothing. No, the one where the bike, I kind of landed. I kind of just flipped out, kind of out far underneath me, and I landed like with my leg underneath the bike.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't nothing major. I didn't go over the bars or anything. So
No,
yeah,
that poor bike.
yeah, yeah,
The bike is like Jesus.
yeah. Take me back to the dealership is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
No, so I did like one round of practice on the intermediate track, and
Hmm.
on the way back.
Yeah, you did good on the track.
Yeah, I did go to the track, and on the way back, I'm not used to the front brakes because your front brakes are super tight on the old 450.
Yeah,
And I pulled them in too tight and like dumped it on the gravel. And
yeah. You got to. I mean, that's the way a brake is supposed to be. You just
I
got to
know, but
learn
I'm
to
not
be.
used to
You've
it.
got to learn to be. Yeah, you just got to learn.
Like the 150
Brake
has brakes that
control.
are so light that
Right.
it's you have to jam.
Right. And you've ran that one forever. So,
Yeah,
right.
and then so I did that, and then tipped it over
And
and
you
went down. I broke.
broke an unbreakable
Yeah.
clutch lever. Yeah.
So I call bullshit on
Yeah.
that. I call bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
we should get a refund, like a free
yeah.
one,
Yeah,
because the
really.
unbreakable is a lie. It's
Yep.
mostly unbreakable.
Mostly unbreakable.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know how it survived through me, but
yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, how the fuck does Matt and then me fucking just So yeah, I did that, and then I literally landed on my knee, which sucked.
well, yeah, not only did you where did you how did you break a clutch lever and also break a throttle tube? Two different sides.
God only knows, Matthew. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question because you broke the
That's
throttle
like
tube
you.
off.
I mean, how did you break this and this?
Yeah, you broke the throttle tube off at the same time. So that's
Poor
interesting. I've never done that before.
I try. So yeah, that was it after that then, because I broke the clutch lever, and I was like, I'm not
Hmm.
practice that one. And then did Matt Jackson show up for practice?
Yeah,
No.
I think he did the last round.
Did he pay? He paid for one round.
He did one round. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we what time to practice end? I don't even remember that because I was working.
I don't remember that. I don't honestly remember that.
Yeah, because I had to
About
get
3:30. No, it was right around
Was it?
3:30. It was
Okay.
10:30 to 3:30.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, because then I had to get work done, and because I had a partial day that day.
Hmm.
And then we went out to dinner at
Oh
Batavia
yeah,
Downs.
right. Fortunes. Right. Fortunes.
Yeah, that was a nice place.
Yeah, Italian steakhouse. I guess it
Yeah,
was.
it was
That was good.
inside the casino.
Hmm.
What
For
did
your
you?
birthday.
I had
For
the
your it was your 23rd birthday, right?
yes.
Ha yeah, right.
Shut up. Yeah, so I got I got what was it, crab stuffed haddock. That was really good.
Hmm. Yep.
And then we came back from that and had a couple cocktails and sat around for a while.
Yep. Talked to Matt Jackson and all his friends.
Yeah, that kid has a lot of friends. The kid knows a lot of
he knows too many people. I don't even know. Yeah. Yep.
They're all super nice though. I haven't.
Oh
had
yeah.
They're all like, did they play? Did we play Xbox that night? No, we played Wii.
Say. Oh
they
yeah,
played
they
Wii
played
because
Wii.
they were bowling
Yeah,
when I got
when
back.
we got back, they were playing. That's right.
Yeah, they were Wii bowling when we got back.
Yep.
I know the rough camping life, right?
Yep.
We've talked about this before that we absolutely hate like regular camping, which is why we have the camping that we have.
Right. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. It's to each their own.
No, I can't
Yep.
stay. So yeah, we just kind of hung out that night before. Did they do the whip contest or was that pit bike racing?
No,
That was pit bike racing that night.
Pit bike racing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And we didn't watch that at all because by the time we got back, I think it was done.
It was tired. Yeah. It was going. I think it was finishing off. Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Friday was like a nice day. Like it was warmer, but it wasn't like miserable.
Yeah. I went and found our friend Reich. Went and found Reich and got Eddie Reich and got the seafood he brought for us.
Yeah. Shout out to Master Seafood.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Master Seafood?
Yep. I think sounds right.
Because we bought some salmon
and some clams.
For Saturday night, and that salmon was slamming.
It was delicious.
I don't like clams, so I can't comment on the clams, but the salmon
were good too. They were good too.
Yep. So anyway, Friday night we went to bed early again. We're party poopers. We go to bed early.
Well, I really don't think it was that early.
It was earlier.
For two, it's race. We're here to race. So.
All right. So Saturday.
Whatever.
Saturday was a bit. Yeah, Saturday was a bit hotter.
Yeah.
But nothing like ridiculous.
No.
So first moto was 30C, correct?
Yeah, 30C.
Hold on, I still
No, 40B.
Yep, 40B was the first moto. So you finished 9th in the first 40B moto.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened there.
Yeah.
I think it just a simple mistake, I think.
I guess I think
what did happen? Yeah, 40B, that was next to last.
Yep.
I honestly don't. I had to just had some tip overs, and I don't know. I didn't have no major get offs. I don't think.
No. So Phil Rosinski won that one. Mm-hmm. Every time he's been there, he's conquered that. He's a really good rider.
At Area 51.
I don't remember.
That hasn't been every time I beat him. I did beat him at. I passed him and beat him at Palmyra.
Was it Palmyra? Okay.
Yeah.
Must have been out Area 51 then. Jason Johnston was second, and then Dave Austin was third.
Okay. Yep. Dave Austin. Yep.
Yep. And then nothing eventful in that one. I think you just went down a couple times.
Yeah, I had to. I guess I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. The only moto you did not go down in was your second 30C moto.
Yeah. Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember. What all I did in that one, but yeah.
So the first 30C moto was bad. That was the bad one.
Yeah, that was.
You finished 12th in that one.
Worst thing was I was leading it when I.
Yes.
I was leading it. That step up or tabletop or what do you want to call it? Way out by the farthest one out by the intermediate track is where I was. We were That was the 14th moto, and the track was just absolutely brutal.
Nope, it was not the 14th moto. It was the 20. It was the 24th.
No, you're wrong. 24th moto is
30C.
Yeah,
I literally have the schedule right in front of me.
You're right. So even worse.
Say it louder for the crowd.
24th moto. The track was. I remember because the 14th moto I thought it was bad, and then we got to the 24th moto, and
you're like, oh, I thought it was bad before.
Oh man, it was just that face of that jump. And I had taken a lead at some point and jumped that jump, and when I came back around there and went to the outside, I can tell you exactly. I must have went to the inside the first time. I went to the outside the second time, and all the way across the face, it was rutted and it was cupped really bad. And when I jumped it, my tire must have bounced off one side of the rut, and it shot me. When I was in the air, I was sideways, and when I landed, I thought I was going to be able to save it, but then it swapped again, and it just ejected me down the lander of that jump. However, it's kind of a tall jump. Man, I hit hard. It was knocked the wind out. I laid there for a few minutes, gasping for air.
Yeah, because I saw the medic flag and the yellow flag,
but
I thought I had seen you going. Like there was another red bike with red and black gear, and so obviously I can't see.
I think which might maybe Dave Austin because
but I was like, okay, I thought I saw him, and then I didn't.
Well,
then I realized later.
Dave Austin wasn't in that. It wasn't.
No,
in that
he
race,
wasn't.
But
no.
anyway,
I forget.
Yeah. And I actually had a pretty good lead. I remember after I went down, thinking, and then it was freaking 10, 15 seconds for the next bike came by.
Mhm.
I still, part of racing is being, it's a chess game. I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't have jumped that jump. I come to the outside. I look to the face. I should. You know what? Nah.
Right, but then the reaction time is so quick that
Yeah, I don't.
you have to react.
But the thing is I literally watched like even on a so I watched the 26 moto. Matt Jackson was out.
Mhm.
So we went up and I ran watched,
Which was open expert.
Because now mind you, get back to mine. I laid there for however long, a couple minutes getting my breath, but I did remount and finish the race. And I think I even ended up passing a couple of guys back.
Yeah.
Then anyway, so that of course sore and out of breath or anything else. I watched Matt Jackson or watched that. That was the open pro, what do you want to call it, the race. And once Schmidt was out leading, there was stuff, you could tell he was, if something, he was tentative. It didn't need to do something. He didn't do it. He rode the right line. He picked lines that were as smooth as he could possibly find.
Mhm.
That one jump that had the hook in the face. I watched him many times. He didn't even jump it. So it's all about picking the right lines. That's what it boils down to. I mean,
Right. You should
you
take
got
your
if
own advice.
that's why I'm literally that's what I'm literally doing. I'm literally saying I've got to be better at that. So
30C did not end well.
no, definitely not the way I pictured it going into the weekend. That's
Well,
for sure.
nobody does.
But yeah, sure.
Oh, so the first round of motos on that one, Jason Zareski won. David Hitchcock got second. Shout out to David Hitchcock.
Yep.
We've been racing him for a while, and apparently he listens to our podcast. So
yep.
He's like, I can't believe my name hasn't been on there. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. So shout out to Dave. He's 722. He's a good rider.
I guess from what he was saying, that's how I found out he listened, because that was after the second moto. But I don't believe he'll be doing any more races this year. He said his boy does hockey, so now we'll be focusing on that. So
aw, man.
So good luck in the hockey.
Yeah.
For the hockey thing.
And then Jimmy Royal, number 197, was third. I don't recall that name.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a Canadian. I don't know.
I was gonna look that up too.
Yeah.
So, and College Boy for Matt Jackson, he did 6th in the first moto.
Yeah, he had his starts weren't great all weekend.
No, unfortunately.
No.
Hold on, I'm looking up that. Jimmy Royal he's from Illinois.
Oh wow! Holy crap balls!
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap.
That's why he doesn't normally travel to Empire Series on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I can't imagine why. No, so he got 6th in College Boy. Top 3 were Trevor Schmidt, Blaze Grimaldi, and Ronald Johnson.
Okay. Yep.
And then in Open Expert, it was Trevor Schmidt, Kyle Bitterman, and James Justice out of Ohio.
Yeah, I believe Blaze had a bike issue for that moto. I don't think he raced that moto. I don't think he raced that moto. He was having bike issues when he up on the line. It's something with his kill switch or something. I believe he said it was actually the next day I think we talked to him and it said it was a cracked spark plug.
Yeah, DNF. I'm assuming it was because he got 3rd in the second moto.
Right. He was he rebounded the second moto.
Yep. Yeah, rough set of first motos, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, yep. And it wasn't much better for the second moto.
No. So Saturday night you were beat up. You were done.
and still beat up.
Yeah, well, because your back started bruising really badly. Like your lower, like mid to lower back right now is very badly bruised. Like the entire thing is bruised.
And then swelled.
There's a swelling like mass on it. And I don't know how it's not incredibly painful, but
yeah, it's not really though.
So we were kind of nursing that Saturday night.
Yep.
Had our salmon that Eddie gave us, thank goodness.
Yep. Yeah.
And then Matt Jackson was whooped too, so all of you were just sitting there trying not to fall asleep at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think we and I say I want to say it was 9:30. Actually, I went to bed. I gave up before you guys did. I want to say it was 9 o'clock or so. I went and laid in bed. You guys were still
Yeah,
out.
because I stayed
We
out.
had.
Matt Jackson went to bed before us too, and then I stayed out with Corey Pack
Oh, okay.
and talked to him for a while. He did
Uh-huh.
some video work for us this weekend, and he stayed with us in the camper. So
Yep.
we were just shooting shit, and
Mm-hmm.
he was telling me we were talking about mics for the podcast and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Yep.
Super
Okay.
nice kid.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I was out talking for a little bit, but not long. And then I also made friends with God, I don't remember her last name. I didn't get it. Her name's Brenda. She always her
Oh, yeah.
grandson
Yep.
camps
Yep.
or races. I'm sorry, and they
Yeah.
always camp. And I don't know. We've always seen her. When we parked over on the electric spot, she
Yeah.
would always walk by to go watch her grandson, and then she would say hi every
Night
time.
cross. Yep.
Yeah, night cross. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then I saw her, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh, hey." So we struck up a friendship. We were talking for a while.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, so not much Saturday night, I think. And they did have the whip contest. They were supposed to have the whip contest earlier in the day, but like motos
Yeah.
weren't even close to being done.
Yeah, it went a little bit longer. Yep.
Yeah,
The
so
racing went longer. I think they definitely planned. I think racing went on until like 6 o'clock.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then they did the whip contest, and then they did night cross.
And I don't know who won the whip contest.
I thought
No,
I
I
did
don't.
see it because actually Corey went up there and was watching it.
Okay.
I don't remember who it was though.
Yeah, I don't either. I was too out of it. I mean, I guess I did cook and stuff. I mean, it wasn't like I was laying on my back or anything, but
yeah. Yeah, night cross went on to like 11:30 at night. It was ridiculous.
yeah.
Normally it's not that late. I mean, I don't
No.
care. I'm just saying, normally it's not that late.
Well, I don't know if it was 11, at least 11. I think Chris said he has a curfew at 11, so he had to be done by
I think
then.
they pushed it a little bit on
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
Because we still heard brakes running, and we were talking for a little bit out there, and then finally they stopped. But we didn't watch any night cross racing either.
No.
We were just too tired.
Yeah.
So Sunday was the rainy. Well, no, not even rainy.
It's
misty,
not really rainy, misty, just really thick mist.
Yeah, misty, muggy.
Yeah.
Overcast
Track
day.
was completely different than it was.
Better?
Completely different. Much smoother. Yeah, smoother.
Okay.
Yeah, still was pretty rutted, but yeah, definitely smoother. Definitely not as the square. It wasn't quite as square edged. Yeah, it wasn't not quite. It wasn't really square edged at all. So yeah, a lot different. Track was a lot different.
So you liked it more Sunday?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like
the
I said,
issue is that you're sore and trying to recover.
Yeah,
and
you ain't
you
kidding.
can't.
And then and then the 40 moto, the first 40 moto. It's funny because I was just so in my head over how the bike was, how I wasn't comfortable on the bike, and then and sore, and then Matt Jackson went up the line with me. I literally sat there at the gate, and I told Matt Jackson, I'm like, I have zero confidence right now, and I'm really thinking about I said, I think I'm just going to when the gate drops, I think I'm just going to let everybody go, and then I'm just going to ride behind them. And then, of course,
Which, by the way, if I were up there, I'd be like, okay, you're full of shit, but okay.
Yeah, gate dropped, and I took off, and I was third, and I quickly got in a second, and for a lap and a half or whatever, I was battling Phil. I don't want to say battling. I was on the wheels of Phil Rosinski 50, and I went to the inside of him on that same jump way out there by the intermediate track, and just lost the front end and tipped over. And I don't know, 3 or 4 guys got around me by the time I got picked up and got going, and I pretty quickly passed. I passed. I don't know what. So 5th, I guess. I passed. I passed into 3rd. I got back into 3rd pretty quick, and then I was on the wheels of Jason Johnson, and I put a good run in him. I put a good run on him, in the corner before the first tower jump. I don't know if they call it the first tower jump. Whatever. The step up before the tower jump. I went on the inside of him, and I had it playing in my mind that if I got in there and could take his line quick enough away, because I was taking that jump, I was running that jump on the right because the middle was quite cupped out. So I had only been jumping on the right. I wasn't prepared to jump the other way. So, which is bad on me. Wasn't a very good racecraft, but I had in my mind that I could get in there quick enough and take the right side line and then could proceed on. I got in there and I didn't get the run that I thought, and he got my line. And then from there, I was sore anyway, and I just didn't have much gas left in me. So I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to maintain third, and let him go. So that's what I did. So for a lap and a half, I just maintained, 4 or 5 bike lengths from him, and no one was on me. And then I don't know what happened, but I got to the finish line jump. It's the double or you can triple. And I don't know if I overshot a little bit. And when I landed, I ended up way up on the front of the bike. And then, of course, that signal that would be your triple come right up. And I ended up going over the bars. And that just kind of, and same thing, knocked the wind out of me. And, you have
Right,
that
and you're
thought
already upset from the last one.
yeah, you're already sore. And I'm really thinking, what am I doing here? But I lay there for a minute, and a couple guys came over. Jeff Ingersoll was, hey, you okay? And I'm like, you know what? All right, yeah, give me a bike. So I finished the race. But yeah, it just really, I was already sore, and that did not help at all. And then again, I'm thinking to myself, what is going on that I end up, I couldn't tell you last time I had the bike kick me over the bars. So I just, I don't know. I just really in my head about bike setup, and I know I ended up calling a couple different guys. I ended up talking to Garrett about what to do, and then I called the guy that does that helps me with my suspension. He doesn't really have. It's John. He doesn't really have he's just a guy that does it out of his out of his house. He doesn't, and he has never touched this bike at all. But I, tried to get. I also talked to him about some ideas of what direction. Him and Garrett were like right in the same line, and I am just putting the bike back to the settings, factory settings for the 30C moto, and the track really, the track was pretty good all day. Of course, that's 24th moto, that last 30C
Yeah, it didn't
moto.
seem to get too bad. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as the
track was decent. It got some good. The corners got some good ruts in them, but anyway, I put the bike back to its factory settings. I don't know. I had it way off or whatever. I did not get a good start, but quickly passed my way up into. Oh, actually, I passed my way up in the lead. I had taken the lead, and I led for. I think it was a 4 or 5 lap race. I led for 2 laps.
Yep.
And I was after 2 laps, I was beat. I was sore. I was tired. And then I
gathered that, yeah, because
I was just beat. I had nothing left in the tank. And after 2 laps, I could hear a bike on me, and I just, I'm like, you know what? It's all yours. And it was actually David Hitchcock.
Yep.
I'm like, just go. I'm not even going to try to hold you off. So he got by me, and then I maintained, and same thing. It wasn't only maybe 3/4 of a lap to go, and I heard there was a 2-stroke that I had passed earlier in the race. I could hear him back there, and same thing. I'm like, I'm not even going to try to hold you off. I'll be just fine finishing third. It's not my normal thing. Normally, I would fight to the end.
No, that's why my cheering pattern for you was different, because when you came by and I was like, yes, you're staying up. Good job. Like,
I was
I figured that, but I mean, you were staying up, so I was happy.
I would just let him go. I finished third and called it a weekend. So
no, so at least we ended good.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like a precursor to good luck.
Precursor for this weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're back to, are you still at factory settings?
Yeah, factory settings. Yeah,
Okay.
within a click, or
So then what is your plan from here on out?
To just make minor adjustments for the last 3 or 4 races we have, and then tear it apart and see where we're at. I don't know. I think minor adjustments, try to not overthink it, and then like I said, the suspension guys they can, when he tears apart, he'll be able to tell by looking at what's wore on the shim pack to what's going on in there, and also I honestly I believe the springs are too stiff for me, but I get talking to Garrett and Honda shims that from factory they have a set. They have I think they plan on the average rider at 160 or 165. So they shim it, that they do the valve stack, or they valve it and then put the springs in, for the average rider. So yeah, I think it's too stiff for me, but then again, I'm 180. So
maybe
how,
just slightly too
yeah,
stiff.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of
Right.
variables. I mean, the valve stack will help hold the bike up too. So I don't know. That's gonna ride it this weekend. I'm interested to see how it does this weekend. Garrett's gonna be there, so
Well,
he's
this
gonna
is why
watch it.
I wanted to buy this bike early, because we can spend time at the end of the year fucking with this stuff for the next month. And then at the start of 2023 be like, okay, bike setup's down. I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely gonna have John tear it apart, and I don't know if we're gonna do I don't know, springs and valving or just valving, or I don't that's what we'll figure out. So,
and I mean, Garrett's always helpful.
Oh, very helpful.
He'll tell me stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Well, he'll go this weekend. He'll watch how the bike
I like
works.
it when he's there. Yeah,
He'll see he'll see how the bike responds to me riding it, and he'll be able to tell. He'll be, oh, it's way it's riding way too high, or hey, it's not balanced. So I'll have a little better idea, and we'll do a little bit of adjusting to help me get through the next 3 or 4 races, and then at that time we'll figure out. We'll see what we need to be more comfortable.
Yeah,
and maybe we'll be perfectly comfortable with the. I'm not gonna have the suspension done if it doesn't need it.
I think that. So when you got the 2018 brand new, we had a lot of issues because of.
Well, I don't know if that's kind of the same thing. I felt it was way too stiff then, and we almost immediately took it right to high gear and had them.
Yep.
And I had them valve.
So I think we're doing the same thing again.
Yeah, that's what I foresee.
Yeah, because but here's the differences between then and now. Your riding has improved tenfold, probably more.
Yeah, right.
So your stiffer suspension, you might want it more towards the stiffer side, but not as stiff as they have it default, maybe.
But maybe I do. Maybe it just maybe soften the valving up, and that'll take care of the springs. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about. I wish I did. I've been doing a lot of research and been doing a lot of reading and watching
I'm sure you
videos.
Figure it out.
Yeah, about what so that's that's what we're trying to figure out these last month or so.
Yeah. So. Well, then again, this is why, I was like, we should get this early, because then we can figure this out. Because once 2023 starts, as soon as we start, I want to be,
going,
wheels going.
Right.
That's it.
Yep. Right.
So anyway, 30 C, what did I say? So David Hitchcock won the second one. Jason Soreski. Do we know him?
I don't know.
634.
634.
He's a Yamaha.
Okay. The 2-stroke. Well, I don't even know. I know the 2-stroke that passed me there at the end. That was a black and gold bike. I guess I didn't.
You know what? Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah.
I really like the graphics on that one too. Actually.
Yeah. I don't. Yep. That's all.
Yeah. I know. I watch everything. No. So he got second, and second overall, and then third was I'm off here. Where am I?
I will admit. Yeah, I got third that moto and sixth overall.
But you got sixth overall. Yes.
Yeah. So.
And third overall was Bradley Clark.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, at least you ended up slightly okay on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
40B. You got ninth.
Ninth overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? But went down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know that.
I got 9.9. That averaged out to ninth overall.
That's crazy. It's just weird. I'm just
That's
not
not
used to
me.
it.
That's not my normal thing. But yeah.
So Phil won that one again. Dave Austin got second, and Jason Johnston got third.
Yeah.
So they flipped places.
Right.
It actually had a pretty good turnout for. So 30C had
15.
they registered. Yeah, 15 started, 18 registered. So Rob, our friend Rob Okanowski, registered, but he never started either one.
I don't know if maybe he got hurt during practice.
I hope he's
heard his
alright.
name. They announced him. We'd have to look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard his name. I heard his name
Eddie.
throughout the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
being
and
called
I thought
up.
I saw him.
I know I saw him, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember when. I don't remember if it was just Friday. I don't remember. So I don't know if he got hurt in practice and didn't
I'll have to
race
text
or
Eddie and make
I don't
sure
know.
he's all right.
We'll have to see what's going on.
Yeah, and then there was 10 of you and 40 Bs. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The guy who got 10th, because you got 9th overall, because he didn't start on the Giancarlo Giannini.
Okay.
Out of Rochester. I've never heard of him.
Huh, me neither.
He got 4th in the first moto.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he's a Honda as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
talked, and I've probably talked to him, but I'm
sure we talked to everybody.
Terrible with names and faces. I really
am.
I
try to be better.
Yeah, do try. But
I always remember Rick Hicks just because of his last
name.
Yep. So then College Boy, Matt Jackson got 6th in that one and 6th overall.
Yeah, 6th overall. Yep.
Trevor Schmidt's first. Blaze Grimaldi was 2nd, and Jacob Glenn, which is a new name. I don't know. I haven't heard that name.
Well, there was 26 open A guys. That was a pretty good darn.
This is College Boy on.
Oh, I'm sorry, but anyway, yeah. So and it was a good. How many was on that? There was a lot. There was pretty much quite a good gate. 25. I think it was 25 in that.
I have my computer up.
I think 25 guys.
25. Yep. So 25. Somebody did not start both, but like 25 registered, 24 started.
Right. Okay. And I think it was 25 or 26 in open A for Matt Jackson. He finished 11th overall.
Yep.
In that.
So in College Boy, Matt Jackson finished 6th overall, 7-6. Trevor and Blaze were 1st and 2nd, like consistently, both 1-2, 1-2. Jacob Glenn was 4-3. He's at King William, Virginia.
Oh wow! Holy crap balls!
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I don't know. He's pretty damn fast if he's doing that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No yawning allowed on our podcast. I can't believe you just did that.
Oh, it's late.
No, you're just sore, and I think your body is like recovering.
No, and it's 9:30 too. So.
No, I'm just saying your body's using more energy to.
Whatever.
Repair.
Yeah, whatever it's using, it needs repair.
So then Open Expert. There was
26.
26. Yep. So 26 registered. One of them DNS both races. Matt Jackson ended up 11th overall on that one. So top 3 were Trevor Schmidt, Kyle Bitterman, and James Justice out of Ohio.
And Matt would have been better than them. The starts weren't good, and actually he had a tip over almost right in front of us in one of those races. I don't remember what
that
was.
The first moto.
The first moto.
He was going for 10th. He would have had 10th. He tipped right over.
And actually he tipped over in the second one too. Had a tip over in the ruts.
Yeah, I did not see that one. I don't know where
it was out back somewhere.
Yeah, and Blaze finished 14th overall on that one because he DNF'd the first one and then 3rd.
Oh, right.
On the second moto. So I mean, back.
Trevor Schmidt he's fast, and he was
insane.
Excuse me. I think he was 6 for 6 this last weekend.
Yes. So Kyle Bitterman was like close to him.
Yeah.
And so wasn't Blaze. Like none of them. He didn't walk away.
Oh,
but,
he walked. Yes, he did. He walked away. By the end
it's not like he was like a whole lap ahead.
He wasn't a lap ahead, no, but he was. I mean, a half a lap is a lot for a pro. I mean,
do you think that Kyle Bitterman had more for him than Blaze did?
I don't know. I mean, Kyle Bitterman is a seasoned pro, but Kyle Bitterman is has been doing well. I don't know. I did see a social media where he hasn't been riding much at all. But the last times he has been riding,
I can't imagine not riding much at all and then doing that.
Yeah, he hasn't been. He hasn't been doing outdoors in the last few years. I mean, he's been
doing arena cross.
Arena cross, yeah.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Blaze didn't have a little more for Trevor Schmidt, but then I guess, like, if you look at the results like nationals, I mean, Trevor's qualified for a few. I mean, Trevor must have a little more speed. This is Blaze's first year doing nationals, so I mean, I think
Right.
he's got it. Blaze has got it. He's gonna figure it out. So,
Plus, we don't
and
know
I
like
do.
training
I mean,
situations.
no, absolutely not. And and I do know, like, the last time I seen them race, which was Pavilion earlier this year.
Yep.
I mean, they were right on each other. So I mean,
Yep.
just I don't, just a off weekend for Blaze or whatever.
Right.
Whatever,
Yeah.
it's the way it is. It was off weekend for me. I mean, I haven't crashed
Definitely.
my brains. I haven't crashed my brains out at all
Yeah, it kind of
all
like it.
year. So
It didn't
just
surprise me, but it did because I figured we were gonna have some complication this weekend because, like, the first time out on the bike we were at Burlington, which is nowhere near
which is nowhere. Just that's a
motocross track.
yeah. Burlington
Um,
is a highway compared to that. I mean,
right.
Burlington is like, yeah, literally is a smooth paved highway
Right. Which I'm
compared
okay
to what
with.
that track
I'm okay with that.
compared to that track. I mean, it really isn't that. I mean, compared to the track that we were at, compared to Area 51 this past weekend,
Yeah, that
Burlington's
was rough.
paved.
So
So
I figured there was going to be some issues there, but not the issues to the extent that we had.
yeah,
Plus, I mean, the injuries. Like, your back looks
yeah,
horrible right now.
yeah. I mean, I haven't crashed my brains out all year long. So
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, and you
I've
haven't
had tip
actually
overs,
done
but
that. You haven't really done to that extent since the last new bike.
right.
So, like, maybe it's like a new bike omen.
Yeah,
Like, every
maybe.
time you get a new bike, like, just be
Yeah.
ready because you're gonna be fucked for like the rest
So
and side note, we did meet Ryan Lachine, who has been trying to qualify for some pro national races.
Yep. And his girlfriend.
Super nice guy. He parked like
Yeah.
right next to us.
Really nice people.
Talked to them for a little while and
Yep.
just asked them about how it was going. And I think he's my age. He was 27.
Yeah, 27,
A little bit
28,
older.
something like that. Yeah.
So they were. He
What do you
finished
mean a little bit older? You're a little bit older than he is. You mean?
No, I mean like a little bit older compared to like.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep. 10-4. Yep. I understand what you're saying.
He finished right behind Matt Jackson. So Matt Jackson was 11th overall in Open Expert. He finished 12th overall.
And I know he says their plans this for the winter are going to south, and he's planning on really going at it this next year. So
yeah, you really
we'll
like
him.
Honestly, all they like none of these people who are qualifying or doing well in pro can do anything but that.
No, that's you can't.
Which is difficult.
There are
because...
a few. There are a few guys. There are the exceptions to the rule. I know there's a couple stories that are of guys that are that make every pro national this past summer that have full-time jobs, but it's only one or two. There's only there are exceptions that they must just be.
They must be very
extremely
very naturally talented.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No
because
doubt. It's not normal. It's
right.
not
the
normal.
amount of training, like just in the gym and on the track.
I mean, it just and second of all, every national gets to like what Area 51 was, and to do a 30+2 on that track, you have to have you have to train. You have to have the the physical capacity to do it. So
right. Yeah. So we met them and talked to them for a little bit. And they were super
and hopefully
nice.
We'll see him on the pro. Hopefully
yeah,
we'll see him making races next year.
There's a couple people that got hurt this weekend.
Nikki Voorhees broke her collarbone.
And Blaze's father-in-law, his son.
Oh yeah, broke his collarbone.
Yeah. So, and I don't remember his name.
Shoot. Not tip my tongue. I want to say it's Trevor, but I don't know if it is. That sounds
the
right.
last name?
No. I don't know the last name either.
Yeah. Okay. So, damn it. But they both broke collarbones. So hopefully
I don't know. Nikki said when she was there for her collarbone, the nurse told her there was 5 other people that had been there earlier that day from Area 51.
I'm surprised you weren't there.
And that was just Saturday. So
yeah, I'm surprised you weren't there.
Yeah, I'm too tough for that.
So anybody who got injured at Area 51,
hopefully you get healed up quick.
We get better soon. Definitely a rough weekend, but we'll all get through it.
Yep.
So
Empire goes to Whitetail this weekend.
Yes, and then which is so annoying because
every time that's our closest track, and then
every time they go to Whitetail, which is like less than an hour from us.
Yep,
like 55 minutes.
Yep, Burlington's race.
Burlington races, and like we're trying to support our local tracks, but as well on top of this, like it's easier for me because Burlington's a smaller track, so then I get to ride.
Yeah.
So we're like,
and they're having a Stasic race, so Lucas
and they're having a
will be able
Stasic race, so then
so
Lucas
we really,
yeah. So we're like, damn it, every time. Like,
so we're gonna go to Burlington. I'm sorry, Whitetails. I
know.
I really like Whitetails. So
I do too. That's such a nice track, a very nice facility.
Yeah.
So I don't think
we like it
until next year.
Yeah.
So then we have
then it's Sick Brothers.
Then
Sick Brothers,
then
Pavilion,
then Sick
and back to Sick Brothers. Yep.
And then we are
done until end of October.
Done until October 20th, which is Pleasure Valley Travis Pastrana Classic.
Right. Yep.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
The weekend after Sick Brothers, we are
going needed break.
Sit our asses on the couch for the weekend. Then the weekend after that, we'll do some repair work, and then we'll because we need a break very badly. I think
needs a break.
I think we're both a little bit burnt out.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Because we're both, I mean, like we both work. Obviously, you work more than I do, but we both
more physical. I work a more physical job.
So we both work, and then we have 4 kids trying to get all that maneuvered, and then
work on bikes and drive 2 hours
every single weekend.
Right.
And then like the podcast, and then we're trying to so we're both getting to there, which is okay because we're at the very end of the season. So we're topped out at the very end of the season.
Yep.
I'm not enjoying anything.
No, absolutely not.
I like camping every weekend and things like that, but I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I really want to stay home and not,
and you walk around the house and you think this needs to be repaired, and so everything's getting put off. So
there's a million and one things that I have to do at this house, and I just
a lot of things. Yep, we'll have to get caught up. When the race season's over.
Yeah. So we're almost done. We're very close. We're at 4 races left. 4 races.
4 races left.
4 races left. 5.
Not counting. Yep. Not counting.
Yeah, 5. So 5 races left, including the Travis Pastrana Classic. So shout out. We're gonna give a shout out to Waxed Racing.
Yeah.
They're our newest sponsor. If you want to get 20% off of your riding gear, you can use our code Hicks Racing 123, all capitals, on their website. You can get 20% off their gear.
Go get it, people. 20% off.
Do it. They're releasing some new sets in a couple months, and we're waiting patiently for that set. Red set is going to be sick, so we're going to buy at least 3 sets because you need 2, I need 1.
Yep.
We're going to buy at least 3 sets.
Right. I would say, probably John will need a set by then.
4. And then we also have some T-shirts coming our way, courtesy of Tom Selleck.
Yep.
And so shout out to Tom
Magnum PI.
Yeah, because that's awesome. He gave us some T-shirts, and I'm gonna wear the red one. I claimed the red one already. So yeah, go get your Waxed Racing gear. Don't forget about our YouTube giveaway. Episode 13. You need to go back to our YouTube channel and go to.
And I have seen people that are doing it. So
yes, I've seen quite a few. We're very close. Okay, so listen, we started out with like 36 subscribers when we started doing this. Now we're at like 53. And I know that's not much, but for us, it's like,
Hey.
So we're trying to get to 100. So at 100 subscribers, we're giving away a full set of Waxed Racing gear. So, the jersey and the pants.
Yep.
And a Hicks Racing Podcast T-shirt, hoodie, and sticker. So you have to like and comment on episode 13.
Like and comment.
Episode with Matt Jackson and Brock Rupert, and subscribe to our channel in order to be entered to the giveaway.
Right.
So once we reach 100 subscribers, I will be drawing for the giveaway.
Yep.
So thank you to Waxed Racing for all your help so far. Can't wait to order new gear this season. And we will be back next. I'm not sure. I think we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna do a small episode about Burlington or do a combination.
Yeah.
Burlington and
we'll do a Burlington one.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on because So we will be back. We have not that much longer to go until we have to plan for 2023. So
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right,
don't
let's
forget to
wrap this thing up.
like and subscribe and like and comment on episode 13, and we will see you at the track.
All right, see you guys there.
Peace out.